A junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, but no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain, and it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. Tonight's music assignment, Gil Scott Heron. Home is where the hatred is. Ah, a scorcher. That shit is real. It's about kicking his drug habit. But it also feels like home, America. Don't forget Mr. Gil Scott, brilliant composer and author of Winter in America. But home is where the hatred is. America is absolutely the home of the hatred. And it certainly has driven a good many people to cope in different ways that have been harmful, not only to themselves, but to their families and to the larger community. But it started at home. It started with our whole bad systems, multiple systems. Anyway, how you guys doing? Everybody all right? Thank you guys for being here. It's the Tuesday edition of Burn It Down with Kim Brown. Dare I say the holiday edition, damn near. What's today? 16th. All right. We coming in hot. Coming in hot to the holidays. Let me say this real quick. Tip of the hat to the parents, to those that are definitely out here trying to hustle and bustle and, provide a form of capitalist Christmas for your children. I know the pressure out there is tremendous. And I do say that sincerely, right? Unfortunately, our society has conditioned American youth to have certain expectations around the holidays. It can sometimes put the parents in a negative financial, thereby by extension, an emotional, stressful situation. So talk with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Have a chat with your children. Stress to them that, like the young man from Grits and Eggs. What's the young brother? Deontay Kyle said, "It's not about presents. It's your presence." Your brother be excited. You know what I'm saying? I like his energy. But anyway, so don't be out here trying to kill yourself for the goddamn PS17, whatever the fuck this shit is. All right. So a parent was running down to me recently, like all of the shit involved in a gaming system. Obviously, y'all know I'm out here child free, Iverson. Anyway, but I'm saying, y'all, the fuck, nigga, that shit ain't plugging up the goddamn Nintendo Entertainment System. It's not putting the goddamn television on 3, and all of a sudden y'all in Super Mario Brothers. Well, I guess y'all know this. You know what I'm saying? I did not. I was unaware, because you got to buy the fucking console, the controllers, the game, and then they have the audacity to charge parents tiered subscriptions for said game. I said, burn it down. I said, burn it all. If I was somebody's mama out here, my child would be climbing the walls and try to go over somebody else's house where they got all the cool shit. Man, my mama won't even let me have a good system. Yep, you right about that, son. I'll let you have power. All right. I'm talking about literal electricity. La electricidad. It's either the PS17 or the la electricidad, mi hijo. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pick that electricity every time. So anyway, salute the parents. But I hate this capitalist system, how it is doing the psy-op on the parents and people that are, I guess, celebrating these, monotheistic holidays around this time. You guys seen the requisite stories. Hey, tomorrow's the last day to get your packages in the mail if you want them to get there around the holidays. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Now you want to put unwielding fucking time deadlines on folks, because I guess you ain't shit if the fucking present gets there after Christmas. Oh, I guess you don't love so and so. Like, I guess you don't love your grandchildren if that shit got there on the 27th. Loser grandfather. It's so rude. I can't stand it here. Aren't you guys annoyed? Let me watch what I say, because they rolled up on the leftist organization I had never heard of before the FBI told us about it. I'm talking about the folks that recently got arrested, the Turtle Island Liberation Federal. I don't know what they was doing, but the FBI nigga was at the platform running down they what they stood for. I'm like, okay, where's the terrorism? Anti-American, they're anti-capitalist, they're anti them. I'm like, but where's the terrorism? I didn't hear any terrorism. But anyway, I digress. I said that. What was the other thing I wanted to say before I get into it? Because basically, I for some reason, the content I'm most drawn to online is people resisting ICE. And I have some stuff I want to show you guys from Minnesota. Can I tell you, I'm really proud of people in this country in a way I wasn't sure I could or would be, right? And I know the majority of the country ain't shit. Yes, we know. but that talented tenth that's showing up, you know what I'm saying? They out there looking good. They out there looking good in spite of the Gestapo and their tactics. And their tactics are many, and trust me, they are doing tremendous harm to the community. But a lot of these communities are not just laying down and going for that shit. And I love it. I love to see it. Really quick, before I get into that though, two things I want to touch on before we roll. Like the video. Shout out to Glenn S. Glenn S. Thank you so much for your very generous Cash App support. Happy holidays to you. I don't really know what I celebrate, Glenn. In Mama's house, we do Christmas. In my house, my mama says there's no trace of Christmas at my house. I don't have a tree, Yuletide greeting, nothing. I don't have nothing because I'm not moved to, but at Mama's house we do Christmas. So thank you, Glenn, and happy holidays to you and to whatever you celebrate as well. Real quick, y'all. So 3i Atlas be here Friday. I hope everybody's packed. I hope you've just packed a bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got some clean draws. Some of y'all might be getting out of here. Even the ones we love. I don't know who's getting out of here. On some level, I think I might be getting out of here, but I don't want to say that too loud because someone may come and try to talk to me in a very soft and reassuring voice and tell me that everything's going to be okay. These nice people are here to help. I don't want to do what I think 3i Atlas. I have a lot of possibilities. The possibilities are endless for 3i Atlas, but allegedly the word is on the internet streets that a number of niggas that watch the sky are on alert, right? Is it NATO? Is it the European Union? Somebody has activated. I'm so sorry. I don't know the actual name for it. I just know my name for it. That shit is in the sky and the shit might get real here any second. Agency. Okay. Them niggas have raised the alert. And I'm so disappointed. Not that I'm shocked, but I'm disappointed. And not that I'm shocked, but I am disappointed that NASA, shame on me for having any faith in NASA. Didn't Ear Doctor just played a clip of Jacqueline Luqman dropping some truth bombs on us once again about Operation Paperclip, where they brought the Nazis over and set them niggas up? Yes, a few of them niggas got set up in NASA. They brought over the German Nazis and gave them good government jobs in NASA. So maybe I need to temper my disappointment in NASA. NASA is not a benevolent agency anyway. But the fact that 3i Atlas is so close, expected to make its closest pass to Earth Friday the 19th, same day the Epstein files are dropping. Did I say that here? I can't remember where I dropped my tinfoil hat theories. Was I talking to somebody in real life or was I talking to my fire family? I don't know. My point is this: NASA could be dropping all the cool pics of 3i Atlas. Okay, 3i Atlas is absolutely close enough that observational satellites, the James Webb Telescope, the fucking Hubble, you know what I'm saying? They have had plenty of time. The Mars orbiters, they've had lots and lots of time and opportunity to position these assets to track 3i Atlas, which I'm absolutely certain they have been doing. They have just not been releasing the pictures or very much information to us. Okay. Now, I know you're like, well, duh, it's the federal government. They don't want to tell us shit. Okay, well, that's cool. But everybody knows it's up there. Okay. And the lack of information is more telling than if they were to release pictures and try to blow smoke up our ass and tell us still that it's still a comet. I am still not of the belief it's a comet. You know why I don't think it's a comet? Because if it was a fucking comet, they'd have dropped the 4K pictures of the fucking comet. Look, y'all, it's a comet. They go to comet coma, they go to comet tail. See, very clearly a comet. Case closed, nothing to see here. Where are the 4K pictures? Goddamn 3-Eye Atlas. That's how I know 3-Eye Atlas is more than what they are saying. Now, what it is, I have no idea. But I'm interested. I'm interested because Earth is down bad, in absolute shambles right now. And I really think that we could use some intervention so long as they are not coming here to eat us or colonize us. Now, so long as they come with nice intentions, I welcome it. You know, I think we need a little bit of change of pace. I think capitalism and white supremacy is wreaking havoc on the planet. And during the COVID global shutdown, I saw that it was possible. I saw that if capitalism literally stopped for several days, a couple weeks, look at how the earth began to heal, right? Imagine if everything were to stop, if 3-Eye Atlas and its underlings in terms of the ships, if they came and posted up over every city's a no fucking fly zone. No more air traffic. Nobody's going to work. Everything is going to shut down, a la the COVID global shutdown, which I thought, even though people didn't seem to like it, I kind of liked it. I think I'm still doing shutdown. I don't think I ever came out of the shutdown. I dug it. You know what I'm saying? Social distance, it was awesome. But more importantly, the pressures that capitalism places upon people and the planet were momentarily alleviated. And the earth got a chance to breathe and exhale. And you saw what was possible. So I don't know. I think humans are probably the most destructive beings in the universe. I mean, maybe. No, I think we I think we're pretty fucking destructive. I hate it here. Anyway. I told y'all how annoyed I was watching a PBS documentary about the solar system and every planet devoid of life in the solar system until you get to Earth. 1 million fucking species of life and we kill it. So anyway, fuck all that shit. Be looking up Friday 3-Eye Atlas. I'm not sure if we're gonna be. Maybe we'll. Anyway, we'll see what happens. we'll keep our open mind. Age of Disclosure. That's right. I did watch that on Amazon Prime. So, Age of Disclosure, for those that are not familiar, it's a number of retired military, Air Force, former intelligence. They threw little Marco in there. little Marco, when he was still Florida senator, before he became Secretary of State. And they're basically saying that there's irrefutable evidence that this planet has been visited a lot by unidentified aerial phenomenon. And I said, no shit, the Hopi people, every indigenous culture and peoples around the planet have told us this. But dumbass fucking Europeans wait until 2025. Oh, it's irrefutable fucking evidence. Oh, welcome 4 millennia later. You motherfuckers finally catch up. Get on my goddamn nerves. What I appreciated certain aspects about the Age of Disclosure on the documentary, but again, the elder white male faces I'm very put off by, because it's like people have to hear it out of the mouths of old white men before it becomes fact, and I really have a problem with that. I've been watching Paranormal Caught on Camera on the Travel Channel for 10 fucking years. For years. People around the globe have got evidence documented of all kinds of crazy shit, aliens and UFOs included, okay? I'm sorry. I wasn't waiting on the council of elder fucking white men to tell me, oh, it's real. Go fuck yourselves, okay? We knew this shit. Brown people, black people, everybody of the global south, everybody knew this shit except the Europeans. Late to the fucking party per usual. Shout out to our righteous Europeans, by the way. Shout out to the John Brown Brigade. Rude. All the Europeans we acknowledge, and they are trying. No, you can't disavow your European heritage. There's nothing wrong with it. The whiteness is the problem. There's nothing wrong with being Irish or Italian or fucking Greek or whatever. That shit, okay, yes. Salud. You know what I'm saying? That shit is great. It's the whiteness. Anyway, it's not the ethnic, it's the white. Anyway, hold on. Oh, the last thing. Part of the reason I'm hoping that 3-Eye Atlas folks decide to swoop down and make an appearance, because again, the fuckery of U.S. military hegemony is something that needs to be stopped. Okay, and it's quite apparent, even though allegedly Russia and China are also military superpowers. Don't nobody apparently want to deal with the U.S. Okay, nobody want to come over here and stop the U.S. Even though I know I told y'all the last show about the alleged reports of Russian missile armaments being moved into Venezuela. I don't know if that's been verified. But anyway, so nobody wants to deal with the US when it comes to military shit. So the continued murder on the high seas of Venezuelans, of Colombians, of people of that region, it's really not just grinding my gears, it is incensing me, because I can't imagine feeling or even being more helpless than at the mercy of a U.S. military strike, right? Missile strike, and you're in a boat in the Caribbean Sea, okay? You're not in a fucking submarine. You're not in a goddamn U.S. aircraft carrier. You are in a boat. And Trump and his minions are slaughtering these people, and it drives me crazy. And this is the same kind of anger I do remember feeling, I guess, ever since I became aware that this is what America does. This is U.S. foreign policy, to slaughter innocents in the name of national security, right? Such was the excuse when hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Iraqis were being slaughtered, along with Afghans, along with people all across the region, as the Palestinians continue to experience right now, as people in the Congo continue to experience, in the Sudan. Like, I can't stand this, y'all. And that's what I feel like the pressure is getting such. The freak, I feel like there is got to be an eruption, a catharsis that can somehow bring this machinery of evil literally to a grinding halt. Like, it has to stop. Like, I just can't see how the ongoing multiple genocides, and in addition to the killing of these individuals targeted by missiles, people fishing, people transporting, whatever the fuck they're transporting, and Trump and his folks just continue, like all of his predecessors, like Biden, Obama, Trump, the Bushes, all of them. I can't believe that we have to sit here and sort of pledge some sort of fake ass patriotism, or hold our tongues in criticism of U.S. foreign policy for fear of being labeled Antifa and being labeled DTs, domestic teas, right? Because I guess dissident in opposing the government is now punishable by federal investigation and whatever kind of harassment comes after that. Meanwhile, Trump and his boys was saying, what was the shit they was calling Joe Biden? Let's go Brandon. and these niggas was trying to blow up Gretchen Whitmer and all kinds of shit. But you can't even say that America is engaging in illegal activity willfully. You can't say America is evil. You can't say capitalism is evil, because they're going to open an investigation on your ass and run your biometrics next time you get pulled over for expired tag. Dog, get me out of here. Trump might help. He might help with that. Anyway, let's move it along here, guys. I want to show y'all some scenes. Again, while troubling and disturbing, it's sad that people have to fight, but the reason why people have to be in the streets right now fighting, because maybe we have not been fighting hard enough all along, right? This has brought us to this point. So, ICE is very active and aggressive in the state of Minnesota, in the Minneapolis metro area, St. Paul, really across the state, as I'm seeing these reports. And I want us to run a clip. I think it went viral. Is that the first clip? Hold on, let me pull it up on my doc. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's Burn It Down with Kim Brown. I appreciate you all making the time every Tuesday and Friday. Please come hang out with your homie, your favorite auntie, dare I say. Twitch, come through. Twitch, we love you over there. Twitch, BIDWKB. Shout out to Rosalba. PJ Fry, thank you so much. Deidre, the Destroyer. Deidre. Hey, Nat A, thank you so much. I certainly appreciate it. All right, gang. So this first clip, it's a little disturbing. It's a lot disturbing. I'm not gonna hold you. So this is Minnesota. You're going to see a lot of snow on the ground. The snow is going to play a very relevant piece of the story. You see an ICE assault occurring on, I believe, at least two persons, one of whom appears to be a pregnant woman, as is described by some of the bystanders in the crowd. Minnesota did not come to play with fucking ICE. They did not come to play. And this is the time we always salute Minnesota, when we remember how they burned that precinct to the ground. I think not once but twice. Is Niece Alicia in here? Confirm. I think they've burned a couple precincts to the ground, an action that hits me right here. So it's a very troubling scene. Some of this video is interspliced with some 911 audio from ICE on the scene, claiming they're being attacked. You'll see for yourself. But I think there is what most would consider a good resolution. Well, half and half, let's say that, at the end of the clip. So let's go ahead and check that out. Again, the scenes can be a little disturbing, so content warning and trigger warning for police brutality and attempted kidnapping of persons off the street, but righteous anger and indignation from the Minnesotans that showed up. Let's take a look.
Hey, make your run. Do not move. Back up. Grab it. Go. Grab that red car. You a black man working for these devils. Let's fucking go. Stop resisting. Fucking go. I'm recording.
Wait, she's pregnant, bro.
She's pregnant.
Yes, we need assistance immediately. This is a Homeland Security. I got officers getting attacked.
Okay, where?
On West 29th and Pillsbury. I got Minneapolis, and they're not answering their phone.
29th.
It's right down the street from Chicago Lake Liquors. Yep. West 29th and Pillsbury Avenue.
Are you all right?
They're surrounded, and they're being attacked.
How many is it like? Okay.
We only have a few officers, but we have, 60 to 70 agitators that are fighting them. They're not answering their phone now, so I don't know if they got knocked out or what, but we need help.
You guys go home.
That's right. Kick fucking rocks. Okay. Better yet, kick some snow. Why are you out here bullshitting and harassing and terrorizing people? Yes, you saw that right. I think I saw it right too. The crowd was able to secure the release of the pregnant woman that was being just ragdolled all around by this fucking brute, while they attempted to kidnap her and I think one other person. I think the text at the end said that one person was taken still, so it was not 100% a victory. However, the text at the end also indicated that Minneapolis police did show up along with the Hennepin County sheriffs, but they was there like 10 minutes and then they bounced. And then they left and they didn't do shit while they was there. I know, I hope and I wonder what kind of conversation, though I imagine it's minimal, but I imagine it exists even on some level. Are these cops, these local cops, these local police departments having amongst themselves? Like, y'all got to go home and deal with the community still on a daily basis during this bullshit, this federal siege, this mass deportation disaster, that is terrorizing communities across the country. Like I told y'all before, cops are ICE and the ICE is Gestapo. All cops are ICE, okay? And all ICE apparently on cops. So we got to treat the cops as we do ICE in this moment, though. I hope we were doing that anyway. I hope we were doing that anyway. But I can't overstate enough how proud I was of those folks. And, you know, do snowballs denote an attack, chat? What say you? Well, what if it had ice in it? Oh, poop of a snowflake. can't take a snowball to the neck. Huh? Y'all know that with the shit wasn't no dirty snowballs. Again, the people's out here responding as righteous as they can. You know what I'm saying? Without escalating the situations even more. But again, the continued and repeated and seeming indiscriminate, let me rephrase, targeted, it's not indiscriminate. It's indiscriminate if you are black and brown, right? If you speak with an accent, if English is not your first language, it is indiscriminate in that sense, but it is targeted to those groups and to those people very specifically. And I'm sorry, like communities, US citizens cannot continue to see this occur over and over again and not be moved to action. And that's why I'm very impressed that people have showed up. So I got another clip, I believe, from that same scene where a sister, shout out to the women out here showing up tremendously to resist and stand strong in spite of putting their own selves in danger or in harm's way. So let's check this next clip.
Fucking ICE is fucking terrorizing. Fucking ICE is fucking terrorizing fucking Minnesota. These fucking Nazi ass bitches. These motherfuckers fucking maced me point blank in my fucking face. A fucking US fucking citizen, because I fucking told them that they need to let that fucking girl go. They were trying to detain. They're dragging her around by her wrist with handcuffs. I'm sure they fucking broke her wrist. They're tasing people in the crowd, fucking macing them in their fucking face. Fuck ICE, bro. ICE, and fuck anybody who supports the shit they're fucking doing.
Yup. +1. How many we got live in the chat? What's that say? 43 plus 43. I tell you, yeah, her what she said plus all of us, right? Fuck ICE. Fuck the shit that they're doing. Fuck anybody that supports them, that is endorsing this shit or standing idly by and just allowing this to happen. I mean, what I mean by that is people in power. Obviously, lay people are limited in what we can do, but maybe not so limited because that's not the first instance of the crowd responding to an ICE raid, being able to secure the freedom of one of the people that they had previously detained. And such was the case, again, sticking in Minnesota, in one of the suburbs of Chanhassen. I said Chanhassen. Where do I know Chanhassen at? Oh, I know where Chanhassen is, because that's where Paisley Park is. That's where Prince lived. Shout out to Prince, right? and Prince's neighbors came out. I was very encouraged because, you know, I told you I took my mama to Chanhassen briefly. It like several years ago. And, you know, when I see, I mean, it wasn't just white, but, you know, I'm American. When I see a lot of white, I'm skeptical. Are these good whites or are these not so good whites? But very friendly in Minnesota. Anyway, Chanhassen showed up and showed out. And again, unfortunately, the end result was also a bit of a mixed bag. I can tell you in advance, one person was taken, but watch what the crowd did to secure the freedom of the second worker at this work site. Notice and observe and appreciate the way the crowd was able to spirit this person away without them being harassed by ICE. So let's take a look.
10:30. It all started at 10:30 Saturday morning when witnesses say I showed up to this Chanhassen neighborhood, targeting 2 construction workers. We're told workers climbed the rafters to avoid ICE agents. People posted about it online and a crowd grew. The goal was to ensure the workers weren't taken into custody. One of the workers was talked down by EMTs who took him by ambulance for medical attention. But the standoff continued between ICE and a second man, with activists asking ICE to leave.
People are mad. People are really mad.
No protester was hurt, but there was a lot of shouting, whistles, and demands. One man in a Trump MAGA hat did show up, but was chased away by ICE protesters.
There was a couple small altercations. Overall, everything seemed to be relatively calm. In a situation like that, it could have devolved easily.
Meanwhile, people provided blankets, coffee, and food for the one worker still up in the rafters until ICE eventually left the scene. At that point, people celebrated, hugging each other and chanting.
We value immigrants in our community and will do anything to protect them.
With concerns ICE could drive back, the community activists coordinated together to get the other worker down from the roof while others locked arms to ensure a safe exit. Then they lined their cars up to discreetly put him in one of them. They drove off in multiple vehicles so he could leave undetected.
We're committed to making our country a better place for all of us. Liberty and justice for all.
We do not know the immigration status of the 2 men or if they have a criminal record. We reached out to ICE and DHS, but haven't heard back before this broadcast.
The gag is DHS also doesn't have a clue whether or not these individuals have a criminal record or whether or not they had a deportation order or an arrest warrant or anything. They were profiling them. They were looking for working folks, blue collar folks, people doing roofing, any fucking thing. You guys understand what I'm saying? They're not walking around. I don't know what's the big headquarters. Lots of shit is headquartered out in Minnesota. What, they're not walking around the Target corporate headquarters looking for people to snatch. No, they are looking for people who pack their lunch that day. They're looking for people who drive work trucks and vans. They are literally looking for the salt of the earth, the people that literally make this society go, and they want to terrorize them and target them with some racial profiling shit, again, on some Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. This is exactly what the shit is. What is the difference between what these crackers are doing right now? I guess they tagged in a couple of sellouts. Hold on, back up for my historians. So y'all might know this. I mean, I know there were some black overseers in the plantation setup, but was black people turning other black people in during the Fugitive Slave Act times? I mean, I know we have some, there's a everybody black ain't rooting for everybody else black, but I mean, my God, I would, matter of fact, if it's true, maybe don't tell me because I don't know if I want to know that. If there are black folks that actually would have sold other black folks down the river, God help us. But anyway, it's bad enough that the whites are doing it. Also, they were being deputized. They were being elevated out of the ranks of their low social status and being made law enforcement, given authority over the only people they ever had authority over, just based off their whiteness. They were not black. So therefore, they had more power than any black person. Reinforced by the Supreme Court decision of Roger B. Taney. I think that was Dred Scott. You know, I smoke a lot of weed. I don't know. But the Dred Scott decision, Roger B. Taney says the white man, no, the black man has no rights that a white man should give a fuck about. That's a quote. Roger B. Taney said that terrible shit. I told y'all there's a Taney town in Maryland, and I'm keep reminding you guys, Maryland is not a progressive advertised because they still got a goddamn town named after this fucking cracker. Probably got towns named after several crackers, Kim. You just don't. I don't know the history of the names of all the towns in Maryland. I'm sure Maryland has lots of towns named after crackers. Tawny Town is just the one I know. Anyway, where are we? I am so tired. Je suis très fatigué. Du Blancs. The Blancs is blonking out here, okay? All right, hold on. Where am I going next? Are we still in Minnesota? Or are we out of Minnesota? Because I had some good shit in Minnesota. And again, I want to salute to all the communities that are resisting and pushing back. It's not without consequence, babe. And it's not without danger. And it's not without repercussion. Because even if our protesters, the people that are showing up on some righteous energy trying to save and rescue folks, which I appreciate them doing, but these ICE fuckers are just assembling data. You know what I'm saying? People are getting their pictures taken, all their biometrics, faces getting fed. I'm sure they're doing the what's the shit where they snatch the goddamn cell phone signals, the stingrays. They're doing all that shit at the protest and for the ICE caravans, I'm sure. So we are going to have to find out what those consequences are going to be, maybe in the not so distant future. Maybe it's not going to take a long time to figure out what the consequences of all that resistance. How dare y'all be dissidents out here? Trump president and shit. Though, well, there is that. You know, well, first of all, what is up with that? Hold on. Did they wait a minute, hold on. I have another real clip. I have another clip I want to play y'all. This one is courtesy of Status Quo News. Please go over to Status Quo and like and subscribe. Status Quo was on the scene in New York City because, you know, when it comes to the piggery, NYPD says, how dare y'all leave us out? How dare, wait a second. New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York now, always what it seems. NYPD was out here showing the fuck out. They were moving people. Was this in Manhattan? I'm not clear. Maybe our New Yorkers can recognize some of the background and give us a clue as to where it is. But it is known that ICE and Homeland Security, whatever fuck. You guys, let me ask you a question. I am transposing ICE, Homeland Security, and Border Patrol and all that shit. Does it fucking matter? I mean, are these differences with or without distinctions, right? I mean, it's just alphabet soup at this point because these niggas is all Klansmen, yes. Even the brown ones, Klansmen. The black one, Klansman. Didn't they do it? Who did a movie called Black Klansman? Talking about these niggas. Like, I don't know. New York City. What? Nobody here, friends. Okay, nobody here, friends. I need you to watch the screen very closely. Inform us as to where this is happening, because I know, I mean, we've seen previous scenes of these alphabet boys, dipshits, doing, you know, fuckery down on Canal Street. Where else was they doing fuckery? So that's Manhattan. But then I heard ICE is active out in Queens. Different locations are around the city and in the immediate suburbs, and of course Jersey as well. So anyway, and Connecticut. And these niggas is busy. They got the budget. They ready. But so are the folks. So let's take a look at this. Courtesy of Status Quo. And again, shout out to the folks and the journalists that were out there covering police rioting. I don't know what else to call it. The police always bring the violence. So yeah, this is them staying on brand. Let's take a look.
Why is he doing this? Why? Why is he doing this? Why? Get back! Back up! Get back!
He's pressed. He's pressed. Stand up for your neighbors. Don't let this fascist state take us over.
are you protecting New York? We're New York! We're New York! It's a fucking law! It's against the law! You can touch me! You can touch me!
My glasses! They're on the ground back there! No, I'll take them. You're gonna fucking hurt people!
What the fuck are you assholes doing?
They're taking our neighbors. This is our community. We gotta show support because they're not serving and paying their tax.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on
the roadway and obstructing vehicular traffic. You are ordered to leave the roadway and
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking dirtball!
Let's go, Trump. Who's your president? Trump, right?
What do you love so much?
Bro, why the fuck you guys are out here throwing garbage? Who loves it? Me or you fucking weirdo?
So you want immigrants to be deported, is what you're saying?
You're not fucking from here.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the white. Was it a white? It looked like a white. It sounded like a white. It was white energy. I don't know what the fuck. Why you want immigrants to be deported? Because enough fucking from here. Nigga, Neva is your grandfather. Okay? Neva is your great grandfather. There's a lot of niggas in your direct family tree that are not from here. You fucking lily white alabaster, Elmer's glue, bottom of my shoe. Whoop-de-doo with your alleged purity. Oh, my people have been in this country since 19. Nigga, you can stop right fucking there. Ellis Island ass. People. Dog. I'm sorry. As a multi-generational, and I'm talking like I don't really get into my family lineage too much. I don't know because I'm private. I don't fucking know. It's not a secret. But y'all, my family, let's start on my mother's side. On my mother's side, we trace our lineage, and this is not some shit that people say. I know people say all kinds of shit. We came over to Plymouth Rock, or Plymouth Rock landed on us. No, or the Mayflower. No. We didn't come over on the Mayflower. Our folks have been traced. My European, these niggas who don't look out for me in the wintertime, my European ancestors allegedly came, not allegedly, actually, it's documented, came on the Jamestown settlement, 1619 project. My fucking cast off ancestors from England was part of that. And when I look deep into the history of the intermingling of the English from that colony in the early 1600s, 1619, 1620, 1621, the tribes that they were dealing with, attempting to trade with, include the Chickahominy, the Powhatan, and the Pamunkey Indians. We are Pamunkey Indians on my mother's side, okay? Native to the Chesapeake Bay region, Central Virginia, right? That's us. So when whites have the audacity to speak with big chest, deep, loud voices, true, deep conviction about why other people shouldn't fucking come here because they don't belong here, because their people are the original people, or their people have some sort of special entitlement to these lands more so than anybody else. Y'all are the least entitled, okay, but the most violent over your entitled. But obviously this land belongs first and foremostly to the indigenous people. And trust you me, if you ask the indigenous people, would they want to share Turtle Island? Do they want to share Turtle Island with black folks or the Europeans? Unless they themselves are deeply colonized, which I know a lot of Indian people are very radical, they're going to pick the black folks every time. I hope. I hope. I know our indigenous brothers and sisters are working to combat anti-blackness within their ranks too, and we definitely appreciate that work. So I hope y'all make the right decision. if whoever the indigenous deities who according to some people's estimations, some Mayan clocks and some Hopi clocks, we may be seeing some of the indigenous folks descending down to earth to make some judgments here real soon. So I hope our indigenous brethren make the right decision. I hope you pick your black brothers and sisters. Hope y'all pick us. But anyway, so if it's up to you, that is. So anyway, I just have to laugh. And I again, I appreciate all the people in New York City, in the Twin Cities, across Carolina, LA, Texas, the people that are coming out and resisting. It is necessary and it is encouraging to see. So that's why I keep picking these scenes. I can't, every time I see people bucking back at the cops. Oh, by the way, these ICE agents, whoo! Now, if the New York Times, which I consider to be the raggediest of rags, the raggediest of rags, y'all do some real fucking journalism and follow how many of these ICE officers are no longer on the job for all kinds of reasons, for criminal arrests, for unaliving, for drug overdoses, for, signing up and then deciding, this is hard. This might actually be harder than it looks. I'm hearing fuck you and whistles in my sleep. So I'm sure, the Gestapo gig had a decent signing bonus, but that shit don't look, I guess it's fun to do the racism. Y'all know what I think about white folks and racisms. It must be so much fun. Do it. Why else? because that shit is amazing. We can only imagine, but how fun it is. But anyway, it has to grate on the conscious at some point. Okay. And speaking of our white friends, here's some work you can get behind. I believe this is in the good Washington, D.C. Where is that clip where that dude is like, fuck you, Nazi? Was that in D.C.? Okay. Yes. Okay. So the folks, you guys may have seen this. Will said he saw this before the show. So I guess this clip is making its rounds. But I just wanted to preface it with, there's a lot of fuck yous. There's a lot of calling of people dressed nicely, I guess. They're being called Nazis several times. And this is the kind of carrying on that we are here for, okay? It's the kind of carrying on we're here for, white folks. This is the kind of carrying on we're here for. So more of this. So Will, let's go ahead and run this clip. Content warning for language. Or you want me to cosplay it, Will? When we play it out, pantomime it.
What's the event today? So you're going in there and supporting a pedophile and a traitor. That's how you're celebrating America? That's what you have to say. Look at you. You told me I help while you fucking rape the Republic, and I need help because you're so fucking addicted to money. You would go in there and support a traitorous pedophile? Are you on the fucking Epstein list? Is that what it is? Fuck you, Nazi! Hey, ladies, what's the event today? What's the event? Do you guys love Donald Trump? I don't give a fuck what the event is. What's up? What's up? What's up? You got something to say?
I said you need a job.
This is my job. This is my job. I don't give a fuck. The president is a fucking pedophile, and you want me to care about the children? Hey guys, hey, that's a nice fucking coat, lady. You're living real comfortable while they tear our health care away, while they try to take our veterans' benefits away. You're going in there and supporting Donald Trump. Fuck you, traitors. Fuck you. You were saying? You were saying?
Well, you can go back to your childish behavior.
Oh, yeah. You voted for Donald Trump twice, didn't you? Who'd you vote for?
I bet it was. He voted for the pedophile.
Oh, yeah, 3 times. So, yeah, so you're just some Nazi little fucking assholes. You think you're superior. Look at you. You don't even have a chin. God damn.
What people do for attention these days.
Attention. You guys voted for a pedophile that's destroying our nation. Shame on you. Go back to whatever shithole town you came from. Fuck you, Nazi. You voted for him. You caused this. You caused the destruction of our nation. Fuck you, traitors. Hey, you look real fucking comfortable while the Republic burns. If you're going into that building, you are supporting Donald Trump. You are a fucking traitor. What's the event today, folks? Why are you here supporting Donald Trump? Why are you dressed like 1930s Germany, lady? What are you doing here? While they take our health care away, you're laughing. Fuck you, you fucking Nazis! Fuck you, you fucking traitors! If you go into that White House, you are an enemy of the people. Shame on you. What's the event? You guys are in there supporting Donald Trump. Are you fucking Kash Patel's coke dealer? Is that what it is? Oh, you want to hide your face? You want to hide your face as you destroy our fucking republic? As you support a pedophile? You want to hide face? Shame on you, Nazi scum. Shame on you for supporting this traitor. Shame on you. God damn, you're real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're real comfortable. Shame on you, you lady.
Yes. Bravo. Excellent work, soldier. That's probably the best thing. Maybe not the best. Leave that man alone. Hey, that's the energy, man. Listen, since when do the fascists get to enjoy the trappings of their fascism and their oppression in peace? Why should they? In what world should people be allowed to come and go from the White House or from any of these little fucking elite bourgeoisie eating places and establishments across the district here of Columbia? No, these motherfuckers shouldn't be allowed to just come and grow and enjoy their lives uninterrupted, as everyone else's life has been turned upside down. You know what I mean? By this administration. And to be clear here, I wanted to say, because what we are seeing under the Trump administration is truly horrific, right? And at the same time, I want to, because I do think of Renee as we all rail against the Trump immigration policies. Listen, Tom Holman, I saw a clip of him. I think he was talking to one of them children of war criminals that NBC loves to somehow have a jobs program for them. Oh yeah, Mika Brzezinski, right? Her dad was a war criminal also, right? Why do they love to employ the war criminals? The fact that Jenna Bush hosts a lifestyle show on NBC, I said, no one else needed a job like you. Only the children of war criminals, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Tom Holman, the Homeland, I don't even know what this nigga does. What is he? The chief of Burning Crosses. I don't know what his title is, but regardless, he made the argument that, hey, what we're doing in terms of mass deportations and the way that we're rounding people up under Trump is not so different than what was being done beforehand. He claimed that Biden and Secretary Mayorkas was putting the reins on border patrol and Homeland Security in terms of being able to snatch people up. But it sounds as though at some point they had been allowed to kind of do these same tactics. So under Trump, it's on steroids, and we acknowledge that. But at the same time, people have been getting kidnapped. Maybe not in the same violent ways, maybe without not being denied due process in the same ways. Maybe they weren't being taken directly from their asylum hearings at courtrooms, but it definitely was happening in also fucked up ways. Hold on here. Where was I going? Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks to all who have made their Cops Ain't Shit merch purchases. If you have any problems, if you haven't received your shit, if you haven't got nothing, drop me a note at burnitdownwithkb@gmail, and I will look into it. We've got some new members. Oh, we got new merch. Merch orders. Excellent. Oh, we got some new merch orders. That's brilliant. I appreciate you guys. It makes an excellent holiday gift.
Can we give a shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out to Gang Green Thumb, aka Glennis is Gang Green Thumb.
Glenn.
AKA
thank
you. Know
you.
me.
I know you.
That's what
Hold
Glenn
on.
said.
I knew a Glenn from elementary school. Glenn, do you have red hair? Because
You wanna be like Punch? Oh,
the Glenn I remember had red hair. I don't know too many Glens, so a Glenn should register in my brain. But Glenn, I consume a lot of reefer. If you do know me, this is not news to you, okay? Because I've been smoking and smoking for about 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So if you know me, Glenn, you know that, and you know I don't move motherfucking thing out this bitch. So you better drop some more memory cues, my guy. But I appreciate you, though, Glenn. Please be sure about that. We certainly appreciate y'all.
shout out
And
to
y'all
you,
get
Glenn.
yes, gangrene thumb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And gang, y'all can be like Glenn. Glenn ran the channel some bucks. Listen, we take your $2 gladly. Okay, Cash App BIDWKB. Same thing on Venmo. Yeah, PayPal.me BIDWKB and Patreon.com/BIDWKB. And yeah. Oh, and can I thank all of you all who are concurrent fire famers and remixers. I was truly excited. Now, you see, I got my black ass up and on time on the screen today. I was so excited to get the news that the channel had been remonetized. And I want to be clear, y'all. It's not about Black Liberation Media having money because we tricking off on documentaries and shit, which I'm okay with, by the way. I don't object to tricking off on the docs. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is the art and storytelling is worth it and should be properly compensated and also given a commensurate amount of time to be completed. Anyway, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. I appreciate all that stuck with the channel because it was very uncomfortable for the money to get cut out of the channel, and the fact that the persistence of Reverend Dr. Gerard Ball to stay on YouTube neck and to check his email timely in order to respond to the note that said, if you fill out this shit, y'all might get y'all shit back. And Jared was on it and he did it and we did it. And thank you to all that contributed this morning on the Remix Morning Show. That maybe I don't know about reactivating your YouTube memberships. I think BLM pushing people more so towards Patreon, but you guys get it. Any sort of support, material that anybody was able to offer, we appreciate it. And thank you so much for sticking by Black Liberation Media and of course the Remix Morning Show. So I just wanted to say that I was very excited to hear the remonetization. We needed some good fucking news. You know what I'm saying? Not so much about the money. I think we needed a respite. we needed some encouragement. We needed that. Let me get into very quickly here a Cops Ain't Shit story because my intention was to bring several stories about the criminal activities of Customs and Border Patrol, Homeland Security, and these recently deputized Proud Boys, also known as ICE agents. However, too many. it was the list was getting lengthy. And I said, wow, these are real cops because they also ain't shit, because they also are out here causing terror and havoc in the community. So this particular story is out of Chicago, and maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. But in case you did not, let me bring it to you. And again, content warning and trigger warning. This has to do with SA. Okay, and this particular officer is accused of serially SAing sex workers. Okay, some of whom I think either had questionable legal status to be here in the U.S. or they were outright undocumented. And this person, shocker, shocker, used the power of their position in a predatory way to terrorize and cause actual harm to these folks. So, content warning for all that. Again, this is out of Chicago. And this motherfucker, it be your own niggas. So, anyway, let's take a listen.
And Border Protection officers. This Customs and Border Protection officer is accused of using his badge and law enforcement knowledge to target the women who were sex workers. The sexual assaults date back to 2022, but the indictment was just unsealed today. A warning, some of the facts may be disturbing to some of our viewers. Here's a look at Luis Uribe. Images federal prosecutors say one of his victims snapped of him after they were repeatedly targeted by the federal agent. This 12-page indictment calls Uribe a serial rapist who turned his position as a United States Customs and Border Protection officer into a license to commit or attempt to commit gunpoint sexual assaults and robberies of 4 different women. Federal documents accuse the 44-year-old of forcing his way into hotel rooms where he knew the victims were staying, often after knocking on doors showing his law enforcement badge. The feds say Uribe either robbed and sexually assaulted victims, forcing them to perform sex acts, and raped them. Court papers show Uribe was stationed at O'Hare Airport as a Border Protection officer and would find his victims at and Schaumburg and Naperville. The women were all in the sex work industry, and Uribe is accused of threatening them with his position to prevent them from making official police reports. He's even accused of forcing the victims to pay him after the rapes, according to prosecutors. A victim snapped this picture of Uribe after a madam convinced him to meet a victim in a restaurant. The plan was to stop the attacks by putting a face to their attacker. The feds say this image played a key part in identifying the man who was accused of 6 different sexual assaults in less than a year. Now, Uribe is accused of violating the constitutional rights of the women when he used his badge and law enforcement position to commit these crimes. He pled not guilty in federal court this afternoon and was ordered to remain in custody until his detention hearing next Monday. Prosecutors fear there may be more victims, so this investigation is ongoing. Live in the newsroom with breaking news, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago. Joe?
Jermont, thanks.
I would say it's incredible, but it's not. This, unfortunately, is a story that continues to repeat itself across jurisdictions, across agencies. Doesn't matter if it's local yokels, state, federales. These are what I imagine some of these men consider to be perks of the job. They get to commit crimes against those that have no voice. And for any folks, and I'm sure those folks are not here with us tonight, but there's a lot of goofy folks in the world who will simply say, well, why didn't these women just go to the police? Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to go to the killers to ask them to come catch a killer? You're going to go to the pigs who, number one, have a high tendency of disbelieving victims, period, who come forward and report, right? But I would imagine that there is an unwritten script, an unwritten set of protocols that all law enforcement agencies sort of activate consciously, without question, when it's one of their own that is being accused. I am curious how many times, if at all, did any of these victims attempt to turn this cop in? Luis Uribe, you need your motherfucking ass curb stomped. 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 Hope he is not in protective custody, though we already know he is. because cops can't fucking fight. Okay, so he got to put his ass in PC because he gonna be crying for his mommy if he let them boys in the bang get their hands on him, which I hope they do. This is what we want for all sexual predators. And this man had the audacity to actually rob these sex workers. I didn't care for the way the reporter presented that. In fact, Uribe would make his victims pay him. No, that's called robbery. Okay. Make them pay him means he forcefully stole their money from them. Strong armed or by the barrel of a gun. That's a robbery. I just want to be clear. Even when reporting of the dastardly deeds of law enforcement, I even think the most well-intentioned reporter will default into propaganda because that's just how the journalists are trained. You got to give the cops the benefit of the doubt because he's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, that's the only principle. The police are the only principle that it really applies to, especially in the court of, well, not so much the court of public opinion, but when it comes to how mainstream media outlets cover it, they're very careful about how they report on officers, law enforcement accused of crimes. You know, he's pled not guilty. Okay, what else the fuck was he going to plead? Anyway, cops ain't shit. Your periodic reminder. And by periodic, I mean daily. On our way out the door here, kids, we are sliding in the third. We got 2 big steps off third. Got the go ahead run on deck on deck, and we got Big Bat at the plate. Oh man, I kind of miss baseball. Real quick, I y'all don't know this either, but I used to very much enjoy the base and the balls. I'm a 3rd generation baseball fan. My granny from Arkansas used to listen to the St. Louis Cardinals on the radio in the summertime because I'd be down there. Granny be listening to the games in her bedroom, and then Granny got a TV in her room, and it was over. Granny got to watch all the Cardinals. Was Ozzie Smith still in the Cardinals when Granny was watching the Cardinals? I think so. So anyway, I love the base. I love the baseball. So anyway, Oriole Park at Camden Yards is about to be 30 years old, which is a hell of a milestone because I remember when they was building that motherfucker, I said, oh, a bitch is old. When the stadium is 30, bitch, and you remember when they was laying the bricks down for that shit? No, in case you've never been to Oriole Park at Camden Yards, it is truly an experience. I really have nothing but glowing things to say about the stadium. And I was watching a little piece about the stadium, about the construction of the stadium, and this woman who was actually working for the Orioles, and maybe, I don't know, I didn't look at her title, shame on me. But anyway, what she was remarking about during the construction of Camden Yards, one of the people they were able to consult in real time was Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson, former manager of the Orioles as well, but for those of you know, Frank Robinson. Where did Frank play? Third base? Frank Robinson, bad motherfucker, American League and National League. So anyway, Frank Robinson, I think he was either managing the Orioles at the time that Camden Yards was constructed, or he was part of, the front office, right? He was doing management. Regardless, she said that they were able to consult Frank Robinson, and he was able to impart some of the memories and some of the feels of, Ebbets Field, and what's some of the other, Comiskey Park. Is it Comiskey? Was that the one in Detroit? Or was that the one in Chicago? Wrigley? No, Wrigley's still with us. Anyway, some of those old timey fields, baseball stadiums that are no longer here, Camden Yards tries to emulate some aspects of that, and they have really good food. It's a bit pricey, but the Orioles may not be good this year, so you might could get some tickets at a good price. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. I don't know why. Last but not least, we got some palate cleansers. Oh, do I only have one palate cleanser? Which is possible. It's a good one too. I was actually trying to call my mother before the show because, I smoke a lot of reefer and I sometimes forget things. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. I mean all the time. And there was a figure in DC Go-Go, a towering percussionist on the congas. His name is Go-Go Mickey. And I was calling my mom, and then I tried to call my homeboy Marky, because Marky would know. And everybody sent my ass to voicemail. I said, ain't this a bitch? Because I couldn't remember who Go-Go Mickey played for. Because I'm a goofball. And I think he played with Little Benny and the Masters. I don't even know if we have any DC Go-Go heads in here. I know, bear with me here for my people that's not from DMV. I'm going to get there. I can't remember the Go-Go Mickey he played with Little Benny and the Masters. And I don't remember what happened to Go-Go Mickey because I keep getting him in my head confused or misremembering with Foots, who used to play for Junkyard Band. Now, Foots, I remember, got killed, but I can't remember if Go-Go Mickey also died a violent death. I can't recall. But apparently his son is named BJ. Okay. Now, DC Go-Go, I'm not a Washingtonian. I'm from Laurel, Maryland. Okay, I think I've shared this with y'all. I'm not a Washingtonian. I'm not from DC. So I have long appreciated the DC Go-Go scene for decades, really from afar. Like, you kind of have to be, or you got to live off Sheriff Road, or you got to live down Suitland 40 Wash. Like, you can't live in Laurel and really get to go, you know what I'm saying? To go to the, anyway, let me shut up. So anyway. So I follow all the Go-Go accounts on TikTok. Junkyard Band has an account. Rare Essence got an account. Big Tony from Trouble Funk got a TikTok account. Like, Go-Go was on the TikToks. Love it. So I see these clips pop up, and I've been wanting to play one for a while for y'all. In this clip of Go-Go Mickey's son, his name is BJ. Okay. This clip of BJ, what we call smacking them congas, smacking them jumps, smack, slapping them jumps. Okay. I want y'all to try to get a tiny, for y'all not from the DC area, to get y'all a tiny, I want y'all to have a little bit more appreciation for Go-Go. Because some people be trying to slander Go-Go, and we don't like it. We don't like it. It's not only is it musicianship out this bitch, but it is deeply African, okay? And the way this young man from one of these corners of Washington, D.C. slaps these drums like he is from the Ashanti tribe, okay? Like, y'all better stop playing games with how African Go-Go music from Washington, D.C. is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the son of Go-Go Mickey. Give it up for BJ. Let's go.
To the bridge. Let's go. To the bridge. To the bridge. Let's go. Let's go, BJ. What's up, Bama? What's up, go? Hey. We gonna give BJ some work, man. Here we go, BJ. Yeah, B.
got 20 seconds, B. Thank you for working with us, B. Let's go smoke it. One more time, Rick. To the bridge. Hey.
Woo! Did y'all see the palms of his hands smoking? Son, you understand? I need y'all to appreciate how much skill is involved with playing the congas, okay? The young man, they're going to ride in the pocket, put him in the pocket in go-go music. So in go-go, I'll be brief here, but you got your lead talker. You got your drummer set up with the drum kit, cymbals, and all that shit. You got a bass player. You got a man's on the keyboards. Depending on the band, you may have a horn section. You may have a little, Chuck Brown band, Rare Essence, Trouble Funk, horns, okay? But some of the other bands, younger bands, may not have a horn section. Ain't no horn section right there. But BJ was smacking the shit out them congas. So when people talk about go-go music being pots and pans music, smack them in the teeth. To tell them that no, this is African music and you niggas is just jealous. So anyway, that's for you, Baltimore. No, I think over the years, there has come to be a mutual appreciation society between Baltimore Club, which is Baltimore's indigenous music, and DC Go-Go. Because when I was growing up, them camps were very separate and unequal, and they did not really mix. But I want to shout out to Miss Tony, Baltimore Club Queen, one of the first very visible trans people that I can ever remember in Black culture. Miss Tony was a Baltimore Club icon, okay? And Miss Tony had a song called EAEA, stand for Emerson Avenue, EAEA, and it got actually adopted by a go-go man. Who does that? Sugar Bear and them? Who will hit you with the EAEA chant? So anyway, there's been some softening of the mutual appreciation for Baltimore Club and DC Go-Go. So I appreciate that. So anyway, I appreciate you guys allowing me to share a little bit of the DC area culture, Black culture with y'all. Please, your musical assignments tonight. Little Benny and the Masters, do you know what time it is? Because I think Go-Go Mickey is on that. Or Little Benny and the Masters, do the Mickey, which is about Go-Go Mickey. And of course, Gil Scott Heron, Home is Where the Hatred Is. That's your assignments tonight. Thank you all for all your support. I'm gonna see y'all back here Friday. Maybe we'll go live with 3i Atlas. Maybe they'll I'll drop them the link and they'll click in and maybe share their plans. Anyway, so thank you all. Thank you so much to Will and Molly. Thank you so much to the fantastic Fuego Familia. I love you all. Appreciate you. Please engage with the content. Hit the buttons on the way out. Tune into the Remix Morning Show tomorrow morning, Black Liberation Media. And of course, join me in the Ear Doctor on Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time for Classical Breakdown in Memoriam, for a little tribute for some of the folks that we did lose this year. And we did lose some big uns. Okay. Roberta Flack, Roy Ayers, Sly Stone, D'Angelo, Angie. Come on. We've had some towering folks in Black music pass away. So we're going to pay tribute on Thursday. Please join us. And we are remonetized. Ear Doctor is so happy. And we all are happy, but y'all know with the Ear Doctor be putting the press on y'all during Classical Breakdown. He be threatening to pull the plug on his turntable and pack his shit and go home and everything. I'm like, nigga, you already home. Where you going? So anyway, join us and we'll see y'all back here come Friday. Love you all. Thank you so much. Again, be easy, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Be safe. Deuces.